Good morning. Thank you for joining us early. We're going to give a couple more minutes for everybody else to join. In the meantime, can you let us know in the chat where you live? Jan, Ben, and I are all in California, around close to San Francisco. We'd love to know where you come from. Florida. Welcome, Lasha from Florida. Hillary from Kingston, Jamaica. Nice. Awesome place. And feel free to just like Leisha did, you can send the chat messages to everybody, not just the panelists, but everybody else. I think you can set that up in the chat. There's a drop down above, and you can just select panelists and attendees. Thank you everybody for joining us. Hillary, yes, Kingston, Jamaica, thank you. Doreen from St. Catherine, Jamaica. Got it. And sorry, I don't know your name. I see a number. Not sure if that's intentional, but welcome anyways. Roxanne, Venice, Natalie, Letitia, Lasha, Hillary. Thank you all for joining us. Natalie from Trinidad. Awesome, welcome. And can you let us know if, I'm assuming you're in the world of education. Can you let us know if you're A, school teacher, or B, a tutor, or C, both of those, or anything else? Leisha says second grade teacher and tutor. Got it. Awesome. Roxanne says, good day, Roxanne from Trinidad, teacher, secondary school. Got it. 18763 says special educator. Natalie says school teacher, first year infants. Got it. And first year infants, Natalie, does that mean first grade? Or probably younger? Does that mean kindergarten? Hillary says computer studies teacher at prep school. Oh, okay. Sherry says teacher at secondary school. Natalie says kindergarten. Okay, that's what I thought. Patricia says good day, kindergarten teacher. Natalie, 5 years old. Okay, wow. So we have a wide range of ages. This is awesome. Cool. And do you, last question, and then I'll stop bothering you, I promise. Do you work with A, kids with learning differences, or B, kids who are neurotypical, or C, maybe a mix of both? And when I say learning differences, I'm talking about ADHD, dyslexia, sometimes on the autism spectrum, mix of both. Got it. Leisha says, will we have access to a recording of this training? Yes, absolutely. We will share that recording over email. We will send an email tomorrow with a link to that recording. Is that right, Jan?
That's correct.
Awesome. Hillary says mix of both. Sherry says A. Okay, got it. Mix of both. My class is mixed. Okay, thanks. My class is mixed. Doreen, learning difficulties, autism mixed. Got it. Awesome. All right. Let's get started. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to share a few slides at the beginning, and then we'll show you the product. Cool. So welcome, everyone. My name is Xavier, and we have Gian and Ben with us today. We're the Koala team, and we're super happy to have you today. So this product was built for you, Koala, it's a more kid-friendly version of Zoom, if you will. It's more fun to learn that way, but it serves the same purpose as Zoom. It's a tool that will allow you to teach remotely. And it's 100% free. There's no catch. What we'll talk about today is, I'll introduce the Koala team. I'll take a couple minutes to introduce the Koala team. I'll tell you what Koala is. And then the main purpose of this training today is to give you a tutorial on how to install Koala and get started. I highly encourage you, if you have access to a PC or a Mac, to follow those steps along with me. Okay, so I'll show you each step, and if at some point we're going too fast, or you're still downloading the app, or you're running into some technical difficulties, shoot us a message in the chat and we'll make sure that we'll help you. And of course, once again, we will share a recording of this later with you so that in case you've had any issue. We'll show you how to create your free Koala account, how to start a class, how to move your avatar in your brand new online classroom, how to customize your avatar, put a little hat, a belt for you and for your students, how to invite your students to your online classroom, how to toggle your camera on and off, how to use the browser, how to use sticky notes, and how to save your classroom environment. And finally, we'll take three minutes to talk about the next steps, and we'll take what's left of our time for question and answers. All right, so who are we? Here's our team. We're a relatively small team, especially compared to a team like Zoom. We have, first of all, Ben, my co-founder, who started Koala with me a little more than 2 years ago. He left Apple. Both his parents are teachers, so this is a cause. Building Koala is a cause that's very important to him. We have Liko, who's based in Laos, Southeast Asia, and who's building the product with Ben. Jerome, who's our 3D artist based in London. Tafika, who's building the YouTube videos, and she's also based in London. Jian, who's with us today, who's very empathetic, very patient, and who's head of growth. Nathan on the East Coast, who builds a product with Ben, and myself, Xavier, and co-founder of Koala. So what is Koala? You probably are not quite sure yet, and that's totally okay. And Koala, basically, what I was saying is Ben's family are teachers, and I was also raised by my grandmother, who's a teacher. So Ben's mother is an English teacher. His father works with kids with mental disorders who helps them get a job. So the mission of Koala is to build a world where teachers are recognized for the true value they bring to society. Because Ben and I knew very well when we started this company that it's not the case today. They don't make a lot of money. They pay out of pocket for teacher expenses for school. They should be at the top of the social ladder. And that's what we're trying to achieve with Koala. And the problem we're solving is that on Zoom, kids often lose interest. Online learning does have benefits of convenience, but Zoom was built for enterprise, not for kids aged 5 to 15 years old. It's not engaging enough. It's not kid-friendly. But kids can surely spend 3 hours playing Animal Crossing or Roblox or Minecraft, as you know. So what we did is we took successes from the gaming world and we brought it to education. We brought them to education. Long story short, Koala is the leading alternative to Zoom for kids age 5 to 15. All right, let's show you the product. So I'm going to, for everybody who's just joined us, welcome. I'm going to show you how to get started with Koala so that at the end of this training, you're ready to go to start teaching with Koala. I highly recommend you, if you have access to a PC or a Mac, to replicate the steps that I'm showing you today. And for those who are able to do that and sign up today, there are some special perks that will give you access to. So first things first, I'm going to just open Google Chrome or any browser on your computer. And I am going to type at the top our website, teachwithkoala.com. Gian, would you mind typing this link in the chat for everybody? Thank you. That's teachwithkoala.com. And once you reach that page, and you can just simply click on the link that Gian just sent in the chat. You can click on download Koala app. It's free, no worries. It's simply going to install on your Mac or on your PC, the Koala app. I have a Mac, so I see download app for macOS, and you're going to see, if you're on a PC, download app for Windows. There we go. So it should take, from 30 seconds up to 3-4 minutes, depending on your Wi-Fi. And Ben has kindly offered to play some guitar for us as we wait for that download to complete.
Okay. I just want to make sure that you can hear me well, because I have this new microphone. Let's see if it works. Can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Does it sound good? Okay.
Sounds great.
Yay.
Nice. Was that an improv or?
No, it's a real song. You ask me this question every single time when I play this song.
Really? Is it? What song is this? I don't know.
It's Good Riddance by Green Day.
By Green Day. Got it.
Good Riddance.
Nice. Thank you, Ben. So I'm going to share my screen again. Let us know in the chat if you haven't had time to download the app yet. Gonna give it a few more seconds. So once again, you clicked on download app for macOS or download app for Windows, and it should be downloading right now. Looks like Roxanne knew the name of the song. Or Roxanne is saying that, yes, the app is downloaded. I'm not sure. Miria says, not yet. No worries, Miria. We will take our time. Roxanne says downloaded. Got it. While we wait for everybody's app to download, we recommend that teachers, actually it's not that we recommend, teachers need to download the app to use Koala. Students can use the browser version, okay? So they can simply click on a web version. They don't need to download the app. Cool. So once you've downloaded the app, you will see it at the bottom. For macOS users, you will see it here at the bottom, or you can also in the downloads folder here, you will see something called koala installer.dmg. On Windows, it's I think the name is koala-installer.exe. It's an executable. So it's the same thing. All you need to do is simply click on it. It will open this window. And then for Mac users, this is what you will see. Step 1, drag Koala icon into applications folder. So let's do this. Drag and drop. And then step 2, double click on the folder above, then find and double click on Koala. So I double click on applications, and then I scroll down to find Koala. I can type K on my keyboard. There it is. So for Mac users, a tip that I can give you is go ahead and drag and drop Koala from here to the dock at the bottom. That way, you'll be able to run it, find it easily in the next few days when you launch Koala again. And then double click on Koala. So the first time you install Koala, you have to do this login or sign up for teachers, okay? This will be for your students. So what we will choose is the first option, login or sign up. And this is a one-time thing, don't worry. You can simply type your email address here. And click on sign in without password. So what this does is that we automatically send you an email with a code, a 6-digit code. So here I'm taking my phone and go look for that email. It's an email from Albert the robot, our full-time robot. Right, Ben?
That's right.
And the subject of that email says, your Koala magic login code. Open that email and you'll find, I don't know if you can see, no, you can't. You can find a 6-digit code. For me, it's 114277, 114277. And once you've typed that code, it will log you in, and it's supposed to be the first and the last time that you'll ever have to do this. I'm going to give you a few seconds to catch up. Let us know in the chat if you're running into any issue, and we'll be happy to help you out. Now, once you launch this, you're going to see your details. My name is, so here I can simply type my first name or anything you want, or if your name is Jane and your students call you Mrs. Jane, you can type Mrs. Jane, whatever your students call you. And then I'm going to say I'm a teacher and save. Tricia says, I'm updating latest content. Got it. Yes, indeed. So the first time you run Koala, it takes a little bit of time to install the latest content. And that's how our app always stays up to date. When we give you more content, you'll always have it. So you don't need to, it updates automatically. Okay, while this is updating, Danielle is still downloading. Danielle, are you still downloading the app, or did you launch the app and it's saying that it's updating? Still downloading latest content. Got it. So while it's downloading, let me tell you a little bit about this screen right here. So here I'm seeing the Koala logo at the top left, and you'll see this soon. Host a room, join a room. So as a teacher, you're hosting a room. And then it says your room address is, and then there's a number, an animal, and then boulevard or street or avenue, etc. What does that mean? This is, so in Koala, you have your own classroom. We're giving you your own classroom. It's virtual, but it's your very own. And this is the address of that classroom. This is the address that you will give to students for them to join your room, to know where to go. It's unique. So this is my address, 99 Unicorn Boulevard. Nobody else has this address. Your address will be different. And today, only as a perk for you, as we told you, there was going to be special perks. The first perk we will offer to you is the ability for you to change your address, okay? So what you can do is, let's say you're not happy with the address that you got by default. You can shoot us a message in the chat and say, hey, I don't want to live on 12 Kangaroo Street. I would like to live on 44 Panda Avenue. In the chat, you can simply shoot us a message with your email address and what the address that you want, the Koala address that you want. It has to be a number. Ben, maybe can you take over? It has to be between 1 and 99, is that right?
Yeah, preferably 1 and 99, yes. 1 or 100.
1 to 100, got it. And then an animal, and then boulevard, avenue, street, etc.
Actually, you know what? I think 100 is not included. So 1 to 99, you're right.
1 to 99, got it.
Yeah.
And then this address will be permanent. It will always be your address. And it's kind of the equivalent of having a permanent link for your students to join your room. Danielle, Trisha, Miria, can you let me know if your app is still downloading or if you're good now? Excellent. Miria says good now. Danielle is signing in. Very good. And Trisha is requesting a new address. Very cool. Trisha, we also need your email address, please, so that we know what your account is associated with. Cool. Very cool. So now you have an address, and we are going to help you change it if you want. Now we'll see, and then next we see an invite button. I'm going to ignore this for now. And then you see how many students are you expecting. So this is important. This sliding cursor allows you to set how big you want your classroom to be. Today, Koala only allows you to have up to 5 students at a given time in your classroom. Your classroom is pretty small. However, we're going to increase the size of the classroom in the next few months and allow you to host bigger classroom sizes, traditional school class sizes, 30, 40, 50 students. Let us know in the chat if this is urgent, if you need support for more students right away, and we can try to accelerate it. Danielle is asking, may I change my address? Absolutely, Danielle. Please shoot us a message in the chat with your email address, the one that you just used, and the address that you want for your Koala classroom. Miria says, want to use by next week. And Miria, how many students do you have? Can you let me know? How many students do you need in your Koala room? 45, got it. Miria, I'm not gonna lie to you. It will be hard for us to support 45 students by next week, but can you please shoot me an email, Miria, here? I'm typing my email address. I would like to do a 30-minute call with you, Miria, if that's okay, and understand exactly your use case, understand what you're teaching, what is the setup, is it in person, is it online, is it a hybrid? So I make sure that the version of Koala that will support more students is aligned with what you need. Awesome, Miria, thank you. Ben, do you have any comment on the chat? Did you get the request in the right format from people?
Yeah.
Danielle, I think.
Yeah, Danielle, you might need to give a number. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Cool. So what I will do right now is I'm simply going to set the sliding cursor to 1 student because I'm simply going to invite Ben to my room today. But yeah, Danielle, sorry, we need a number from you. You know, as you see, for me, it's 99 Unicorn Boulevard. You told us which animal you wanted and what street type you wanted, but we need that number. It can be anything from 1 to 99. Thank you, Danielle. So once I'm done, I simply click on Start Room. So here, when you click on Start Room, there's a new app that opens, okay? The Koala Room app, which is this app here with the green-blue background. I'm colorblind, so for me, kind of looks green, but I'm being told by other people that this is actually blue. So this is the app that will open up, okay? This is the lobby app, you know, where they was saying your room address, blah, blah, blah. But once you click on Start Room, it will open this app here, Koala Room, okay? And I'm gonna put this in full screen mode. Once you're in this app, because it's the first time you run Koala, what you will see is this tutorial. Hi, welcome to your very own classroom. What I'm going to ask you to do, guys, is please go ahead and click on I am an expert already. First thing you see is the tutorial. Please click on I am an expert already. This is a tutorial that will show you how to use Koala, but I'm going to walk you through it today so you can do the tutorial later. Do we have any questions so far?
Yeah, I actually, I was able to change most of the addresses. I think the problem for Daniel is that you don't have an account yet, Daniel. So as soon as you sign in for the first time, maybe let us know in the chat, and then I'll reprocess your address change. For all the other people that have requested an address change, I'm making sure I didn't forget anybody. You're just going to want to close Koala, reopen, and your address should be updated. I think Miria, just, it's not a number for her classroom, it's a number of students she wants. Okay, those we should be all good except for Danielle, which still needs to be signed in.
And Danielle, Ben, I'm not sure if that's true, but I'm wondering if there's a typo in the email that Danielle sent us. There
Oh,
are
it could
and
be.
E that were maybe swapped. Maybe that's the reason.
Maybe, yeah.
My 2 cents.
Okay, I'll try with a different one. Okay.
Okay, so okay. Question from Abigail, who says, "I'm unable to see the app." And Abigail, I'm assuming you're talking about here, this app here, Koala Room. Let me close it, and I'm going to show you again. So if I close this app, I'm on the lobby, the orange app here. And then if I click on Start Room, immediately this new app will open, Koala Room. And it should look like this. So it's a different app, okay? And you can switch between both by going here and here.
Miria, can you try again? Yeah, just
Ben?
click the button again and see what happens, Miria.
Jolene says, how do you change to full screen mode? So this is specific to Mac. On Mac, you go to click here, there's a full screen mode. So you have 3 icons at the very top left of every app, one to close it, one to minimize it, and the third one to go full screen. This is how you enter full screen on Mac. Let me know Jolene, if you're on Mac as well. If you're on PC, we can also guide you. And Miria says, it says could not launch Koala.
Yeah, I was talking to her.
Oh, got it. Thank you, Ben.
Yeah.
All right, Miria, Ben will help you out. In the meantime, for those of you who are in the Koala Room, so again, at the beginning, we are opening up the tutorial by default. Please go ahead and click on I am an expert already for now. And let's see how this works. So you see your avatar. It will be a default avatar, okay? You will be able to change it later today. And then you see this kind of browser here, and then there's something that looks like a whiteboard on your right, and on your left, there is this house. This is actually super simple for you to move around. You are an avatar in your online classroom. You can move around the classroom by using the keys of your keyboard. What we'll be mainly using are simply those 4 keys: up, down, left, right arrows of your keyboard, okay? So let's try to press those on your keyboard. If I press the up arrow, I'm moving forward. If I press the down arrow, I'm moving backwards. Left, I'm turning, sorry, that's right, I'm turning right, and left, I'm turning left.
Quickly for Jolene. Jolene is asking, I'm on a PC and I'm in full screen mode. I was just wondering how you change it. So on PC, it should be as simple as clicking the at the top left. So if you move your mouse at the top left, you should have an option to minimize the window or make it smaller. Maybe I can show this.
Top right or top left, Ben?
I think it's maybe top. Yeah, it's top right on Windows. Sorry.
Top right.
And Miria, I'm gonna keep helping you as you.
Thank you, Ben.
Just let me know in the chat how it goes.
Cool. So now you're in your room and you know how to turn right, turn left, move forward and backwards. Cool. So let's go ahead and visit your brand new classroom. Here I see a little bookshelf. Here, if I turn right, I see a little llama on a stool for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. Here I see a red door. And it's funny because as I move my cursor, there is this laser that goes from my hand. So you'll see that, once you invite students, it's a way for you to point at things, just like in real life, okay? And you'll see that this laser is always going to where your cursor is. But we'll talk more about this later. So you can always move like this, and let's go and move towards this whiteboard, and we'll be able to play with this whiteboard later. The next thing I would like to show you, now that you know how to move your avatar around, is how to customize your avatar. And the way for you to do this is go ahead and click at the bottom right on settings, bottom right of Koala settings, and then you're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 icons pop up. And the one in the middle says customize avatar. Please go and click on customize avatar. And there you go, you have a menu that allows you to customize your avatar. You can change body, outfit, accessories, laser pointer. So let's start with body. And then let's say I want to change my skin tone, for instance. And here you have different options to change your skin tone. If you want to change your hair, you can, so if you toggle those arrows, you'll change your hairstyle. Okay, so I'm gonna go with this one. It's pretty cool. And then by sliding this cursor, you're gonna be changing the color, okay? And once you're done with body, you click on this arrow, and then you can move on to outfit, accessories, and even laser pointer. So I'll let you play around with it while I answer some questions. And once you're done, you can click on this little red door. Ben, do we have any questions? All right, cool. So now we are in the room, and there's a whiteboard here. There is a browser here. You can turn using the keys on your keyboard, as you remember. There's a tip. There's a way for you to look up and down in Koala by using the right click, okay? So if you're on a trackpad like me, that's 2 fingers, you press them, and then while holding it pressed, you look up and down, and you'll see that it moves your camera a little bit, you know? So you see up and down like this. It's not absolutely necessary to do this, but it's kind of a nice to have. Great, so awesome. I have a classroom, but I do not have any students. How do I invite a student to my classroom? The way for you to invite your student is go ahead. We're gonna go temporarily to the other app, the orange lobby app, okay? So not the blue app, but the orange app. And if I click on the orange app, I'm going to see hosting room, 99 Unicorn Boulevard, invite. Click on invite. It says invite a student to your room. And then I'm going to simply type the email address of my students. So here I'm typing Ben's email address and clicking send. Ben, do you mind sharing your screen to show how a student would join a classroom?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm in my email box right now. I can see that I have received an email from Albert the robot here telling me that Xavier has invited me to join their Koala classroom. Xavier is my teacher. You guys understood that. And I'm going to put the student room address here. But I can also click join now directly as a student. So I click here and then I click open Koala. So this is a little bit like Zoom. When you click a Zoom invite, it tells you want to open Zoom. Koala says open Koala. You want to open Koala, and it autofills Xavier's room address in the teacher's room address field here. So I don't have to type in myself. And when I'm ready, I click join room. And that's it. And here I am in Xavier's room. And he says hi.
Hello, welcome to my room.
So I can see my avatar here in the middle of the screen. As a matter of fact, I can sort of look around. I don't, if I click here, I have the option to customize it. And I can change the different options as well as the student. But I like my avatar today, so I'm going to keep it as is. The other thing that you see is I also have a laser pointer. Turns out to be an awesome magic wand here, but I have a pointer. And so when I point my mouse anywhere in the classroom, Xavier will see my avatar pointing on that object. So right now, Xavier, what letter am I pointing on?
To the H.
That's right. And vice versa, I see where Xavier points. More than that, I can also see where Xavier is looking at right now. So I know that Xavier's screen right now should be showing the whiteboard as well as Ben, because I know
That's right.
I see his head looking at it. And similar to me, if I point my avatar, I don't know, towards the window, Xavier sees my avatar pointing in the window, so he knows that I'm looking at the window right now. If I go over there and get distracted, Xavier knows I'm distracted because I'm not paying attention to the window.
So that's a good segue to a question that we often get, which is, what do I do as a teacher when my students are distracted? So I'm going to share my screen again so that you can see from the perspective of the teacher, and I'm going to try to answer this. So let's say, okay, I'm in Koala, I have Ben, and Ben is running around everywhere in Koala. He's just so excited to not be using Zoom today and using Koala instead. And he's unstoppable. And I would like him to focus on this whiteboard, for instance. So all you got to do this is click on the whiteboard, and you're going to see at the top of your screen a button that says Focus View. So try to do this at home. Click on the whiteboard, and then click on that button that says Focus View here. If I click on Focus View, suddenly what happens is that Ben is just like me, and every other student in the classroom are focused on the board. And now I'm going to ask Ben. Ben, can you please turn on your camera here in Koala?
Yeah.
By clicking on the camera.
Yeah, I need to turn it off from Zoom first, because Windows doesn't allow 2 programs using the camera. There you go.
Nice. So now we have a camera. If I click on it and I press plus on my keyboard, the plus icon here, and I hold plus, it's increasing the size of the camera, and it goes into high definition. Okay, so I can do the same thing with Ben's camera if you want to have better camera. And then you can use those icons at the bottom of your screen. You have a pencil, an eraser, a cursor, T for text, and then a plus sign for a copy paste, so sorry, for duplicate. So here I showed you already, if you click on the pencil, you can draw, for instance, and Ben can do exactly the same thing. You can use this whiteboard. You see Ben is drawing here. The second one is to erase. I want to erase like this. Third one is a cursor, which allows me, for instance, to move things. The fourth one is T for text. And by default, it will be a sticky note. If you click anywhere, sticky notes will be created. Okay. And then you can say hello, and you can change the color. And if I go back to the cursor, remember, select the sticky note and then press plus. Natalie says, following along nicely thus far. Awesome, Natalie. Roxanne says, how do I get the videos on the screen? To get the videos on the screen, go ahead and click on the camera icon here. So it kind of works like Zoom. If you are, you have the option to turn your camera on and off. So as a teacher, if I click here, I turn off my camera. Okay, so you see that my camera disappears in Koala. If I click again, it pops up. I hope that answers your question, Roxanne. Now, Ben is, as you see, he's kind of having a lot of fun, and he's creating little dogs and hats and horses, etc. And it's fun at times, but right now it's kind of interfering with the class, right? How do I prevent Ben from doing this? The way for you to do this, is to go to the home icon at the top left here. And then you won't see it right now because you probably do not have a student in your room. But here I see Ben's name here. And if I click on that setting here, it's going to be a little setting icon next to Ben. I have access and I have control over everything that Ben can and can't do in Koala. If I don't want him to move or customize his avatar, or here, I actually don't want him to upload any images. Okay, actually, I'm just going to disable his cursor so that he can't even move things around. I'm also going to disable cursor, and then I'm going to save here. And now,
oh no, I can't do anything anymore.
And now Ben cannot do those things.
So I really want to place that duck right on your head.
No worries, Ben. If you complete successfully the next exercise, I will allow you to put the duck right on my head again.
Oh, thank you.
Click on the camera once, and then you press plus on your keyboard, and it goes into high definition. Note that I think some of you may have document cameras, meaning cameras that you plug to your computer and then that looks down at your table so that you can have pieces of paper and draw and your student will see it. You can use easily a document camera in Koala by going to the home icon and look at the drop-down menu here and then select your document camera in this drop-down menu. Cool. All right. So this is great. We've had fun. Now it's kind of a mess on our whiteboard. So there's a button here that says clear board. If I click on clear board, it will say, are you sure you want to clear this board? Yes. And everything goes away. Something else that you see at the top is change board. So you remember in your classroom, you have one big whiteboard, one small whiteboard, and one browser. And if you want to go from the whiteboard to the browser, you can go to free roam here and kind of go back to avatar mode, walk to the browser, click on the browser, and click on focus view again. Or the other way to do it is even simpler, is you're on full screen, on focus view in your whiteboard, and you just simply go to change board and then web browser. So immediately both you and your students start focusing on the browser. The browser it's a self-explanatory. It's a browser just like on your computer. What I see, Ben can see as well. So let's say, I think a lot of people want to use Wordwall, for instance, or Seesaw, or Google Classroom, or YouTube. Any type of website you want to go to is accessible in Koala from the browser. And so let's say I'm on Wordwall and I want to use, I don't know, we're going to do an unjumble game with Ben. I'm going to click here and I'm going to put our cameras here to the side. And now I want Ben to take control. Okay. So all you have to do for Ben to have control, your student to have control, is go to mouse control here and select your student's name.
And now, Xav, you need to allow me to have the cursor again.
Yes, I indeed need to give controls back to Ben by enabling the cursor and saving. There you go, Ben. Should be good.
Thanks. Okay. This is fantastic. I think that this sandwich is fantastic. This sandwich is fantastic. I think that this sandwich is fantastic. Here we go. I'm really good at this game, you guys. I can do it. This sandwich is fantastic. Yay.
Nice.
Wow.
Excellent.
That's impressive. Yeah.
On Zoom, if your student is on Chromebook, it won't work. You won't be able to give control to your student. That's not the case in Koala. In Koala, if your student is on Chromebook or any device, they will be able to have full control. And once Ben is done with this exercise, I can just go back to student control and click on my name. And now Ben doesn't have control over this anymore.
Yep, you can't control.
We have a question from Roxanne that says, she says, I teach multiple classes. Do I have to create multiple Koala classrooms or can I work from one?
So do you mean parallel classes, Roxanne, or do you mean that you want to have multiple classroom designs essentially? So maybe like one classroom design for level 1, one classroom design for level 2, or maybe one classroom design for one student that you might have for John, and another classroom design for Clara. Making up names right now.
Multiple classroom designs.
Yeah. So that you can do is very easy. We'll show you that.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a very good question. So here, let's say you create your classroom design. You have a specific browser open here, and here you have, I don't know, like some sticky notes and some content, some written content. And here you have some decoration. I'm going to take a second to tell you about decoration and what you can upload. Go ahead and click on the plus sign at the bottom left of your screen. And this will allow you to either upload clip arts, which is a set of little really cute clip arts that you can, click on and put on to decorate your classroom. Or if you're not satisfied with the clip art and you need more content, you can go to upload image and you can upload any image from your computer. Okay. What's a fun image that I have on my computer?
Maybe Xav, while you do that, I'm gonna just take a couple of questions here.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Jolene's asking, is there a way to zoom in on one word at a time, like a window view? I'm not exactly sure what you mean. Jolene, do you mean like a flashcard system where you could have like one word at a time and you can like just move from one word to the other? If that's the question, then there is, well, you could do that with sticky notes currently. It might not be super convenient. The way is to open Google Slides on Google, and you can have multiple, like one slide per word. Or if you use, I don't know, like an online program, you can just load that in the browser. However, we are working on the flashcard system native to Koala that you can put anywhere you want and put any words you want in them. You can have it as big as you want. So it's stay tuned. We're going to have a system for that soon. And Jolene says, will the tabs be saved in the browser in the classroom? Yes, they will, Jolene. They will absolutely. Actually, as a matter of fact, I think Xavier shows how to manage multiple class design.
But yeah, I need to show this now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to show this now. This is because I think several people are asking about it. So here you see, I decorate my classroom. I have a dinosaur. I have an image here. Here there is some sticky notes created and some content in the browser. Indeed, there is a way for you to save this class design, as Ben was saying. Go ahead and click on the bottom right, again to the setting, and then you see this floppy disk icon. If you click on the floppy disk, it will open this menu and then save as new class. And then I'm going to say, I don't know, my dinosaur classroom. And then click on the little check mark icon on the right. So now this is saving all this environment, okay? So you can open a brand new clear one by going to manage classes here, and then open an empty classroom and proceed. This will clear up everything, okay? So if you want to start fresh, you can do that. But now I want to load my dinosaur classroom again. And to do that, go to manage classes and go to my dinosaur classroom. It will say discard current class progress, all unsafe progress, blah, 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 will be lost. No worries, proceed. And it comes back. And the teachers, so you have thousands of teachers and tutors today using Koala. They love this feature because it saves them hours, tens of hours, hundreds of hours in classroom preparation. For instance, the tutors who work with a first grader, second grader, third grader will have different classroom designs for each of those grade levels, or even different classroom designs for each kids, so that you can customize your classroom design with some images that are of things that they love, and that's more relevant and more engaging for that given student.
So Jolene's asking, can you duplicate a classroom? You absolutely can. All you have to, it's maybe we don't have a specific button for that. What you can do is you can go to manage classes. Then you load the classroom you want to duplicate. Like for example, my dinosaur classroom. So you click on it, say proceed. And now you can save it. Save class. Say save as new class. Then you can call it my dinosaur classroom dupe or copy. Yeah, that would be one way to duplicate it. But if you feel like you need to do this often, maybe we'll add a button to just duplicate. And maybe to answer Jolene's question that you had earlier, will the tabs be saved in the browser in your classroom? So I was saying that yes, if you leave Koala and come back, the tabs will be back to where they were. But more than that, if you save your class, like Xavier just showed, it will remember what tabs you had opened in that classroom, so that when you load it next time or later, it will revert. It will restore all the tabs that you had. So Dania is asking, is the app on the Play Store? And right now we do not support mobile tablets at the moment, but we're working on it. We're gonna have a iPad probably and maybe a Android tablet app soon.
That's right.
We're excited about that for sure.
Trisha asks how to chat with students in the room. Today you cannot chat, but you can, of course, use sticky notes or text boxes to type text, but there's no chat system. Eleanor says, thank you for this platform. I have to leave, but I'm excited to get started. Absolutely, Eleanor. Thank you for joining us. Dania Dania says, so it's only on computer for now. So today, teachers need to use PC or Mac app, that's right. But students can run Koala in a browser of Chromebook, in a browser of PC, in the browser of Mac. Yeah, not mobile
But
yet.
not on browsers of iPads.
Mobile, yeah.
At the
No,
moment.
no iPads
We
and
don't
no
support
iPhone,
that
no
right now.
Android. Julien, when you have it on the iPad, would you be able to use apps in Koala?
So you mean like be able to use a different app in Koala app? I think that's extremely hard to do. I don't think we'll be able to do that really, Jolene, but you'll always be able to, if your favorite app that you use is online, then you always have the ability to load that online app, that
Yeah.
web app that you might have in the browser, like
Yeah.
Xavier showed earlier.
Many apps have a
It's
web
like
version, so you should be able to run
Mhm.
that web version in Koala. I know it's end of the hour. We're kind of running out of time. I'm going to take 2 minutes to show you the next steps. Roxanne is asking, what is the audio icon used for on the app? The microphone at the top left here is just the same way as on Zoom, Google Meet, or whichever product you use. It's a way to mute and unmute yourself. And once you're done with your classroom, you can just go and click on the little button at the top right, and it will close your room. And are you sure you want to leave the room? Yes. And it will send you back to
It
your
also
lobby.
kicks out. It also kicks the student out of your room, just so you know.
And absolutely,
so just,
good point.
The student cannot be in your room if you're not in the room.
That's right. Cool. All right, I'll take 2 minutes for the last next steps. Thank you so much for staying with us so long, everyone. Next steps. So if you signed up today, we just emailed you a welcome email with a 12-minute video showing every Koala feature and a tutorial, a full user guide, user manual. Okay, I encourage you to watch that video, Welcome to Koala. It will walk you through every steps. So there are two options now. If you're good to go, you feel comfortable with Koala, go ahead and invite, a friend, your son, daughter, husband, wife, you name it. It's a good way to play around in Koala and get familiar with it. If you need more practice, we also have resources for you. So if you're good to go, watch the video, invite students, and then you can start teaching on your own. If you need more practice, I still recommend you to watch the video we just emailed you, and then you can have a training session with us. Gian, are you with us right now?
Yes, I am.
Cool. Do you mind telling everybody how to book a training session?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to be posting a link in the chat right about now. So once you click on the link, you will be brought to this page. I'm going to take over screen share.
Yes.
You're going to be brought to our Calendly page. It's just a calendar. You can pick whatever day that's best convenient for you. And then click confirm, fill out your information, and you should be getting an email confirmation. And it's really that simple. These are free, and we're here to help you. So please take advantage of them.
We have a question that I didn't want to miss, which is Jolene is asking, is there a place to share classrooms? And I love that question, Jolene. Right now, you can actually, at the moment, you can share your classroom by, should I quickly show this? Maybe.
You want to show it, Ben?
Yeah, I'll show it real fast.
Sounds good.
You guys can see my screen. So I have tons of classrooms. Some get sent to me by teachers, some I created myself. And I can go to manage classes here, this button, and I can see all my classrooms. The first time when you look, well, I might take a couple seconds, but here they are. And for example, if I want to share this classroom with somebody, anybody, I can click on the three dots that are here, and then I have a share option. Click on the share option, and it gives me a code. I can click copy code. Now I know it's copied to my clipboard. And then I can go ahead and open any other app. It could be email, it could be text, it could be whatever. Here I'm going to show you with a notepad. And then I can do Control V in Windows, or you can actually do right click and paste. So right click, paste, or Control V or Command V on Mac. And just send this code to anybody, any of your colleagues, anybody you want. them, if you want them to share it, to have your classroom. And then what they do on their end is they click on manage class. They click on manage classes up down here, click on import class with code, and now they just either type the code you sent them or paste it with Control V or Command V, depending if they're on Mac or Windows. Just like this, download, and now they can add it to their library. So this is a way for you to share codes with teachers, anybody you want today. However, we are working on a marketplace, sort of
platform.
In Koala, you'll have the ability to see all the classrooms that will have been published by people.
Then I realized that I asked everybody to skip the tutorial. For those of you who want to do the tutorial, which I encourage, Ben, could you show how to start the tutorial again?
Yeah, for sure. Very simple. You click on the 3 gears at the bottom here, and then you have a little question mark, and it says start tutorial, and you'll be able to start the tutorial. And it'll teach you all the basics of Koala. It's really nice and satisfying. So I would recommend you guys do it. It's fun.
Okay, Roxanne says my smallest class is 7 students, so I anticipate the increase. Yes, Roxanne, we will get you this feature as soon as possible. Now that we have your email address, we'll kind of update you on those new features that we're adding. At some point, we'll add more students. Absolutely. Trisha asks, how did Ben put pics? Where are the pictures, Ben? Can you show that to us?
Yeah, for sure. Let me share my screen again. Okay, so sharing pictures, there's 2 ways. I can click, obviously you click on the little plus button bottom left, and then there's 2 options. There's Clipart Library, which is what Xavier showed earlier. Clipart Library is just a set of images that Koala comes embedded with. So you have all these images, and we keep adding some with time, so keep an eye out for new ones. We try to add for seasons and kind of stuff, so you can use those. For the Clipart Library, you just click on whichever one you like. For example, this present. It'll appear in your classroom, and now you can just move it wherever you want. You can even duplicate it if you like to have lots of presents. Just click the little plus button here in the toolbar, and then click once on the image you want to duplicate, and click again to drop it where you want it. And then you have the option to upload your own images by clicking this button, upload image. And here you can pick any image from your computer, and it'll appear. Oh, sorry, I deleted it by accident. So I'll do it again. It'll appear in your classroom, and then you can make it as big as you want. So this is great for like posters, decoration elements that you might want to add, education material that you might want to put in the classroom.
Ben, can you show us an example of like a classroom design created by a teacher who uses Koala?
So yeah, for example, Cheryl, she has a really awesome classroom that she shared with me. Takes a couple seconds to load, but you'll see it in a second, and it's really great. Actually, as a matter of fact, in order to give you a better view of it, I'm going to go into first-person view, which kind of gets rid of the avatar, so you don't have an instructed view. And you can see that she actually was super creative about it all, and she used sticky notes as sort of walls or extensions of the classroom. So she managed to put sticky notes here. On the other side, you'll see there's a bunch of sticky notes there as well. And she put up images of game boards. I think she plays games with her students. She used the Clipart pawns that we have to use pawns. She has a letter tile system up here because she's a literacy teacher. She teaches literacy. What else does she have? I mean, lots of cool stuff. She added these little footprints. That was pretty awesome.
We have a question.
If you guys want? Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'll let you finish, Ben. Sorry about that.
I was gonna say, if you guys want this classroom, I can share the code with you. I think she's totally fine with that.
Yep. So, let us know in the chat if you want access to this classroom as a template to play with.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat right now. The code at least.
Jolene asks, will the classrooms need to be purchased? So Jolene, that's a very good question. Today, everything is free in Koala. What we want, though, is to give the opportunities to teacher creators to be able to monetize their work. We think they deserve to be paid for this. So in the next couple months, there will be a way for teachers to post a classroom, to develop a classroom, and then post it on the Koala marketplace. and sell it for a few dollars. And actually, in the next 2 weeks, Ben will release a version with includes Venmo handles or PayPal addresses of teachers, so that other teachers can tip them to say thank you for your work. Trisha says, I have a student in my class, but he's not seeing the plus. Great question, Trisha. Your student will see the plus sign at the bottom left if he or she is using the app. In the browser version, he or she will not see the plus. So if you want your student to be able to upload images, please ask your student to download the app on our website.
I think we're going to change this policy. It was a security policy initially. I think we can make it happen. So we'll probably allow. It's essentially the difference is when you're using the app, you can log in, and when you're logged in, at least we know who you are and what you're uploading. If anything goes wrong, we can know who did what. When you're a guest, it's a little bit harder. So, but we might allow it. Yeah.
Dania asks, when will the mobile app be available? Dania, are you talking about the iPad version or iPhone or Android? Because we're not planning to support iPhone or Android. We think the screen is too small to really get students engaged. It's not the right platform for us. The iPad app will hopefully be available over this summer or maybe slightly later this year, but we will let you know. Jolene says, is there a search function on Clipart? The answer is no, but this is a great feature request. I'm writing it down.
Yeah, just one thing we want to do is categorize them.
Yeah,
because we're starting to have a lot and it's hard to navigate. So we'll have categories.
Natalie says, thank you for this platform. It has been quite informative, and very interesting. Sorry for the background noise. I can see my 5-year-old enjoying learning on Koala. I will do some more practice, then begin using it with my students. Thank you. Thank you, Natalie. Jolene says, so she used sticky note for a wall. That is so cool. That's right, Jolene. That was not necessarily intended from us, but teachers are very creative, and that's what we love.
If she did it, I can break it a little bit to show you how it works. It's a bit of a hack. So remove this one, remove this one. Wow. Can I even remove this one? I'm not even sure. I think she somehow figured out a way to, because it's on the other side, that's why. Here we go. And I can remove this. I think I can remove this. There we go. And you can see that she used the bush here. So if I click on the bush, it will put a sticky note on the bush. And then I can just increase the size of it while keeping my cursor on the bush, which allows it to stay sort of in this direction. And then you can just stack them one on top of each of the other. Are you sure? Yeah, you just create one on the floor and it'll just stack. It's not super trivial, but she found a way to do it. And you can like remove the new note text just by putting empty text in the sticky note. That'll work. Yeah, it's a bit tricky. We're gonna make it easier to do that kind of thing, so it's not so hacky. But you get the idea.
Cool. Thank you so much for staying 15 extra minutes, everyone. We're super excited to give you access to Koala. Again, it's free and we're at your service. You have our email addresses, or I hope you copied the link that Jian sent. Jian, do you mind sending again the Calendly link in case people want to do a practice session with you? Awesome. So I encourage you to take that link and paste it somewhere on a note. We encourage you to book a session so that you can keep practicing. And we're at your service if you feel like there are some features missing, some issues that you're having. And please let us know how to improve the product, because that's how we want to build the best way to teach on the internet. Thank you, everybody. And we'll see you soon. Have fun with Koala.
Thank you, everybody.
Dania, sorry, I didn't answer. You said Android. I have a Samsung Galaxy. Yeah, we do not support Samsungs. You will need a PC, a Mac, or a Mac to use Koala as a teacher. Bye, everyone.
Bye.